Hello and welcome to episode 17 now of Garmin to smashing a PB at London Marathon 2025 ? I've been very grateful that SeeAbility have given me a place in the London Marathon 2025 again after I ran for them in 2024. Basically, what I want to do this time is absolutely smash my PB. My marathon PB at the moment is 4 hours 42 minutes. But what I've done at the moment is I put in my Garmin watch the London Marathon date, and that I put in a very ambitious finishing time, and so it's giving me the suggestion / plan to hopefully get me to my goal. All my marathons that I've done, I've done about 5 in total now, 6 I think it is, sorry. And actually I just plod them. It's just a gentle plod along until I'm done. But this year or next year, I really want to go and smash it. So with the Garmin training, it's given me tempo runs, threshold runs, speed work, anaerobic, aerobic. So all the different kind of sessions that a proper training plan should give you to really kind of get you set up for the marathon and that. So I've done some of the runs before, but I've never really kind of incorporated it into a normal marathon plan. It's just normally to get around the course, and my challenge has always just be to finish, because the marathon is a challenging distance, and one that kind of throws up a lot of different things at you that you can't kind of plan for as such. So this one's going to be a bit different, where I actually try and put a bit of oomph into it. So very grateful for SeeAbility to give me the marathon place. But with that, I'm also raising money as it's a charity place. So there is a link down below in the description, Justgiving link. If you can, please donate anything that will help me reach the target I need to reach, which will also help fantastic charity. All the money that goes in my Justgiving page does go to the charity. Nothing is given to me. I will pay for my own flights, as I live in Norway. So I fly back into London. I have to pay for my own accommodation there. So all the money that you put in for the Justgiving page is all done to the charity. I don't see any of that money, and I don't want to see that money. I want the charity to get everything that they can. So just want to put that out there. So obviously now I've been following this plan for about 17 weeks ish. A little bit before it, and really flew into doing my episodes. I do kind of record it all on my Instagram as well, which is done daily, and that is Neil _ a dad that runs. So the same as this YouTube channel. I like to grow both of those things, really. It's interesting bit, but we are hitting a busy time of the year as well, where Christmas and that, and being a chef, it's pretty busy and that. So a lot of energy is going into work as well, as much as trying to get the running in. And it's getting a lot colder now, especially in Norway, a bit icy underfoot, so I have to be a little bit careful on some of the runs there. So it's just trying to keep it safe, trying to keep it real. It's life. I'm a hobby runner basically, and that. So the idea is I want to keep it entertaining for me and entertaining for you guys, and that. And then with life and a work balance and that, the Garmin takes into account your heart rates, your stress levels, and things like that, your sleep. Which we'll get onto that shortly, as some of you will know that if you follow the channel quite regularly, and that. So it kind of does throw up a few changes in the plan, which, like I said, we'll get to see that shortly. So Monday got changed slightly. Went down to a 38-minute base run of 139 minutes, 139 beats per minute on the heart rate. Sorry. It was suggested due to a slightly longer run on the Sunday, and I wasn't massively over, but it was trying to keep my training balanced apparently. and that. So I met up with a friend and I ran with them. So the shorter distance, kind of helped. This friend's getting back into running as well, so it's quite nice. And to see someone else starting a new journey on running and that. So we covered 5.54 kilometers. And it's the runs like this that I can learn to get slower and that. So my actual beat per minute went down to 126, which was perfect. It was kind of basically getting into the blue zone on the Garmin's, level 2-ish, being where it should be on some of these runs, and then a bit of practice. And that Garmin doesn't always push you into the zone 2s. A lot of the zone that I'm running in on the base runs is zone 3, and but it's just how Garmin's doing my plan as it is at the moment. So that kind of basically turned into a 7 minute 0.7 kilometer pacing per minute, and it was just a nice gentle jog. Just enjoying company, going around a little kind of run, and that it was around the city centre, and that. So like I say, it's just nice to be out on a run with someone and seeing someone else kind of start their running journey again, and that. So as we know that Tuesday goes into a rest. So I just took the whole, normal, easy rest on there. So Wednesday, we knew that it would be a base run again, 38 minutes, and that. So I actually did 42 minutes just to get back to a convenient place. Like I said that on some of my runs before. Basically, I did 7 kilometers, just over 7 kilometers. And the time was kind of like a literally just over 6 minutes per kilometer. And that, so it was just, just ticking over again, just getting there and back. Just getting these base runs done. Like I said in some of the other videos now, they're getting quite similar. A lot of these runs at the moment, as we just kind of keep building and just plodding along, and then obviously taking into account how your body battery takes it all in, and stress levels and that after busy days at work and everything. So that was the Wednesday, and that and I was kind of all geared up on Thursday's run, and that, which I think was only going to be a base run again. But I don't know what's going on again. The sleep just went really badly poor. And basically it gave me a recovery day, which I took. I took the recovery day. I just, because I got runs coming in like later on in the week, I thought I would take the recovery run or recovery active rest, and hope some of these other runs stick. So, I did a few home strengthening kind of exercises in the evening just to kind of be a little bit active and that, and just to give me something and not kind of waste the day as I see it. But the frustrations are kicking in again on the watch, changing it so abruptly. Obviously, it's taken into consideration of my sleep and whatever, but it was an unexpected thing. But I had to also remember, follow the process, and that there is a process of why the watch does it, and we will get to the bit I need to be. So that was Thursday. That was really. I could have at least done something. But like I say, sometimes it's better to just hold back a little bit and hope that something else can help you out later on, or it helps kind of save a better run later on. So I took the Thursday off as well. And so we're here on to the Friday, and it was like I say, when I do kind of rest up on a day where it says active recovery or rest day or whatever, I kind of hope that the next run sticks, and I'm glad this one did, because it was an hour and 15 minutes, and that, so it was my chance to get a longish run in, and that for the week. You mean when it starts getting near the end of the week, I start looking at the totals of kilometers and start panicking because it's not where I kind of want it to be. And although, like I said before, I am fully far advanced from where I was this time last year. So there's not panicking there as such, but just nice to get on a little bit further. And but the thing that did change was the BPM. The BPM has now changed to 1 minute, 140 beats per minute on the base run. So that's basically what, we were going to do. And so I did 12 kilometers. I actually ran for an hour and 16 minutes, and that kind of works out as 6.19 kilometer per hour. But my average BPM was 147. So I think that little 2 heartbeat increase kind of mentally in my head was like, oh, you can go quicker. But not that quick. I know that I normally have a slightly higher than average run when I'm doing these kind of longer base runs or whatever, but 147 is a bit higher than intended. But then, I was hoping to kind of fully relax and rest out on the Friday evening and Saturday, or to get ready for the Saturday. And then I wake up Saturday morning and absolutely crash down on my watch when I kind of look at I get a morning report on the watch in the morning, and it just said your training readiness has gone straight backwards into poor. You need to rest. Your sleep was terrible, and your heart, your stress level in your heart, HRV, and that was really bad. So everything it was not going to let me run basically. So I had another rest day. So there's 3 rest days this week, and I was tired, don't get me wrong, and I knew that by the time I got back from a very busy day at work on Saturday as well, there was no point in kind of pushing anything or, even doing some strengthening or anything like that, because my body battery was so low and that. So I just kept it, nice and relaxed in the evening, and just kind of hope that I could sleep through nicely for Sunday morning to get a run again. And that's what's happened. Do you mean I got a 40-minute base run, met up with a friend again, and we just kind of run around the local area this time, and that where I live. It was supposed to be 140 beats per minute, but as I say, this friend is kind of just learning, or not learning, but beginning her journey again on the running. So it's, we are in 2 different positions at the moment. So I ended up going down on 133 beats per minute, which was great because it again letting me get slower or allowing me to kind of get the lower BPMs that we hear that we should be doing a lot of these runs on. But we covered 6 kilometers, and basically that averaged out as a 6:48 minutes per kilometer. And but it was a nice general conversational jog again. And it's just nice to have company. I'm getting a few runs now with some company, and it's just nice to kind of have a different kind of aspect of your running and all that lot. There is a lot of focus still on that, and obviously the speed work has to be kind of done myself because that is where I'm kind of leveled up to and all that lot. And like I say, if someone else on another journey and doing heart rate training, it's we're all running different paces and that. So I don't mind dropping down in the heartbeats and that for these runs as well, because they're just base runs. They're time on feet. It's about getting the distance as such and along and out. But the speed work I think is very important to try and crack on and get them in the right zones and that. So it's a nice kind of end to the week, just to kind of almost like get me over the finish line and that. Next week there is a lot of speed work. There is tempo on Monday if it sticks. I think then Wednesday is intervals and aerobic, and then also a Friday session of threshold. So we know that Garmin can change for me, and it generally does. Hopefully it's not just due to bad sleep, but we'll see. I have to kind of hopefully plan all that in. So it was kind of a quieter week this week on the running, or so it felt. So it's just the 4 activities this week. It was just over 30 kilometers. Like I say, it's not kind of where I want to be, but it's further than I was last year. And so, I've had an amazing year running. So I really can't complain so much. But obviously I don't want this to kind of affect my end goal and that. So hopefully we will kind of get back on track next week and throw in some good workouts and all that lot. So, it's just one of those weeks. We'll take it down as a download week, and then we'll push on next week and build on from there. Marathon training hasn't really fully begun. The training block hasn't begun. This is still building up to that, setting the foundations and hopefully building a good, steady foundation. I'm already there, and then we just push on the actual marathon block from January onwards, and that. So, and then hopefully you guys will keep following me on that journey as well, and that. So, that's the week done. Next week's a new week. Hopefully everything will kind of fit in better and align up a lot better and easier, and that. So we'll kind of call it there for today. So please, again, if you can, support SeeAbility and my Justgiving page and all that lot. Join me on Instagram, Neil.dad.runs, and please click like, subscribe, comment on these videos. Let me know what you think. Is there any way I can help others, or if you guys can help me, and also what makes a better video kind of thing for your kind of entertainment as well. This is basically just a running diary for me, which I love talking about running, and you guys get to hear about it. So hopefully we can grow this channel and see how it goes. So until next week, thank you very much. See you soon.